Commander Vex of the Galactic Dominion stood triumphantly on the bridge of his warship. The latest raid on the human outpost had yielded valuable resources and, more importantly, a hostage. Humans were new to interstellar politics, and this captive would provide leverage in the upcoming negotiations. "Bring the human to the interrogation chamber," Vex ordered, his four eyes blinking in sequence. His exoskeleton gleamed under the ship's lights as he turned to his second-in-command. "This should be simple. Humans are known to be soft creatures." Lieutenant Kraz nodded, mandibles clicking. "The prisoner is secured, Commander. Security protocols are at maximum." "Maximum?" Vex laughed, a rasping sound that echoed across the bridge. "For one human? Surely that's excessive." "The Council recommended caution with this species," Kraz replied. "They're unpredictable." Vex dismissed the concern with a wave of his clawed hand. Unpredictable does not mean dangerous. All species fear pain. In the holding cell, Jack stared at the ceiling, mentally cataloging everything he'd observed since his capture. 6 hours aboard an alien vessel had taught him much about his captors, their technology, their physiology, and most importantly, their arrogance. The door slid open. 2 guards entered, their insectoid forms towering over him. Each carried what appeared to be an energy weapon. "On your feet, human," one guard commanded through a translator device. Jack stood slowly, hands bound before him. "Where are we going?" "Commander Vex wishes to speak with you." Jack nodded complacently. "Lead the way." The interrogation chamber was clinically sterile. Commander Vex waited as the guards secured Jack to a chair that adjusted uncomfortably to his human anatomy. "Human," Vex began, "your situation is simple. Provide the access codes to your planet's defense grid, and your suffering will be minimal." Jack smiled. It wasn't the reaction Vex expected. "Something amuses you?" Vex asked. "Just thinking about the irony," Jack replied. "Of all the humans you could have captured, you grabbed me." "Your identity is irrelevant. All humans break equally," Jack shrugged. "You might want to check my personnel file. I'm not just any human." Vex clicked something to an aide, who produced a data tablet. The commander's 4 eyes widened slightly as he read. "Special Forces," Vex muttered. "Interesting, but meaningless here." Jack flexed his wrists against the restraints. "You know what's unique about humans in this galaxy? We're from a death world." "A what?" "A planet that tried to kill us every day of our evolution. Predators, diseases, natural disasters. Earth isn't a gentle place. It forged us into survivors." Vex approached, looming over Jack. Impressive speech. "Let's see how well your evolution prepared you for this." He reached for a control panel. Jack moved. Later, surveillance footage would show that the restraints hadn't malfunctioned. The human had dislocated both thumbs simultaneously, slipped his hands free, and then used the commander's own weight against him. Alarms blared throughout the ship. "What do you mean he escaped?" Lieutenant Kraz demanded, striding down the corridor with a security team. "One human against a ship of 50 crew." The communications officer reporting to him trembled. "He's taken out the main power couplings in Section 3. Life support is failing in the lower decks, and Commander Vex is in medical bay, unconscious. Lock down all sections. Release combat drones." "Already done, sir." It hasn't helped. A nearby console lit up with an incoming message. The human's face appeared on screen. "Hello, Lieutenant," Jack said calmly. "I've accessed your ship's systems. Interesting design, efficient but vulnerable at key junctions." Kraz's mandibles clicked angrily. "Surrender now? Human, you cannot escape." "I'm not trying to escape," Jack replied. "I'm completing my mission." "Mission? You were captured at a civilian outpost." Jack smiled again. "That was the plan. Your species has attacked 3 human colonies in the past month. My government needed intelligence on your capabilities. Getting captured was the fastest way aboard your vessel." Kraz felt his exoskeleton grow cold. "You allowed yourself to be taken." "Your ship will remain operational," Jack continued, ignoring the question. "I've only disabled weapons and communications. A distressed beacon is now broadcasting your location to the human fleet." The ship shuddered as something docked against the hull. "That would be my extraction team," Jack said. "They're quite eager to meet your species up close." Kraz's security team looked to him for orders, their confidence visibly shaken. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session 3 days later. The Dominion's ambassador stood before the assembled representatives, his posture rigid with humiliation. "We wish to formally withdraw our territorial claims near human space," he announced, "and we propose a non-aggression pact effective immediately." The human ambassador nodded politely. She was small compared to most species present, yet the chamber had grown oddly quiet at her arrival. "May I ask what prompted this sudden change in policy?" asked the council chairperson. The Dominion ambassador's voice dropped. "We've reassessed the strategic landscape." What remained unspoken was the complete data download Jack had taken from their warship, or the fact that a single unarmed human had neutralized their most advanced vessel in under 2 hours, or the message left behind in their computer systems. Asterisk, next time, we won't be so gentle, asterisk. The human ambassador smiled politely. My government accepts the proposal and looks forward to peaceful relations. As the session concluded, the Dominion ambassador approached his human counterpart. Your operative, he said quietly. Was he truly representative of human capabilities? The ambassador considered the question. Jack, he's good at his job, certainly, but nothing extraordinary by our standards. The Dominion ambassador's 4 eyes blinked rapidly as he absorbed this information. His species would need to recalibrate their entire understanding of this new galactic player. They had captured a human hostage, then regretted their choice. It wouldn't make the same mistake again.